Welcome to MB Tool Reviews. Today on the channel we're looking at something a bit different. We're looking at the best method for applying silicone sealant. So in today's video we'll look at whether you should use a flat tip or an angled tip for applying silicone sealant, and we'll also be using the Kramer Fugi silicone profiling set to give us a nice straight bead, and whether you should use this kit alone or whether you should use Soapy Water or even glass cleaner. I'll also be answering one of the questions of one of my subscribers. Okay, now on to the video. So we're going to use the straight tip first. It's a fairly straight cut on there, and we'll apply a bead of silicone in sections, first with the tool only, then with the soapy water, then with glass cleaner. So first up we're going to use the straight tip on the silicone nozzle, and I'm going to run a bead of silicone and do the Fugi profiling tool first, then the soapy water, and then finally the glass cleaner, and then I'll repeat the same process with an angled tip. The reason I've chosen these three methods are these are the three most common methods for applying silicone sealant that I have found. For anyone looking to apply a bead of silicone sealant to an existing surface, you're going to have to scrape away the existing silicone and then clean the surface with either white spirit or mineral spirits, some form of alcohol, to clean the surface. Once your surface is prepped and you're ready to apply a bead of silicone, we're going to test out what is the best method. Okay, so first up, the silicone sealant and the profiling tool. I'm going to leave a gap in between because of the spray from the two liquids. So I'm going to run my profiling tool with nothing else other than the tool along the edge. And that leaves a lovely, nice profile. At the end I will zoom in and show you all the different profiles and how well they've come out against each other. Okay, so next up we're going to apply the sealant across the middle here and then the soapy water. So again, I'm going to run off the bead of silicone. I'm now going to soap up the surface and the tool. Some people would say that you should do this on the first pass. I'm going to do it on the second pass to clean it up. It didn't take off very much excess, but it did look to smooth down the bead. I'm now going to do the third bead and the glass cleaner. Also going to wipe off the tool to make sure there's no soapy water left on there. a little spray of glass cleaner onto the surface and also onto the tool. That also looks pretty good. You might see some speckling inside of the silicone. That's just from the bits of wood that have dislodged as I've moved along the silicone sealant bead. Okay, I'm going to leave these to set, and I'm now going to move on to the angled tip and repeat the same methods for all three. Okay, so once again we're going to use the angled tip. I'm going to drag the angled tip along, first using the profiling tool on its own, then the soapy water, then the glass cleaner. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is that it looks a bit more messy. However, the silicone did get smoothed out on the top, and also it looks like it got pushed right down into the joint. So I'm now going to smooth it off just using the tool. I'm going to go over it a second time. So it actually took 2 passes to fill up the joint properly. Now I'll move on to the soapy water. And again, the bead just seems very messy to me. We'll tool the joint first. And then soapy water. Well, the soapy water looks to have cleaned up the joint a bit, but not the best joint I've seen. I'll now move on to the glass cleaner. Okay. So again, the silicone's gone into the joint nicely for this one. However, there are some gaps. I'm going to run the tool over dry again, cleaned it off, so there's no soapy water on it. And there are definitely gaps in the silicone, so I'm actually going to silicone it again. And after the second pass, got a nicer finish on there. So I'm now going to apply the glass cleaner to both the tool and to the bead. Okay, I'm now going to leave these to dry and I'll come back to them once they've set. Okay, so we're back after 24 hours. As you can see, all 3 of the beads have set on this board and also on the other one. First of all, looking at the silicone without any of the sprays, and it's set up pretty well. It looks pretty decent, except for that small bit of damage there. It's a pretty firm, strong bead. Now moving on to the second bead, which I use the Silicone profile tool and then the Soapy Water. That has come out really nice, really smooth, which is surprising to me because I've had some problems using dish soap with water in the past. But it's come out really nice on the test. Now moving on to the window cleaner and the Silicone profile tool. As you can just see there's possibly pick it up on the camera, there's some slight ridging of the bead. I'm not sure if that was the way I used the profiling tool or if it's just the window cleaner caused that issue. But surprisingly, this one didn't quite come out as well as the Soapy Water. The bead is just as strong. I did pick up some dirt and some debris from the wood, but other than that, it came out pretty close to the Soapy Water. But I'd still say the Soapy Water and the silicone tool on its own came out the best in this particular test of these 3. These were all for the straight nozzle. Now we're going to take a look at the angled silicone nozzle. Now, as you can see, this is a mess. This may be because I was doing something wrong. I'm not particularly sure. The excess run over on the silicone is terrible here. As you can see, there's quite a mess. The excess silicone has been squeezed all up the sides onto the back, has left a bit of a mess when you're on a job. But obviously the purpose of this test is to find the most efficient and the best way of applying the silicone sealant bead for a clean finish. However, the bead itself is actually nice and straight, similar to the straight nozzle. It's just the excess has gone up the side and is difficult to get off. Now moving on to the Soapy Water. On this particular test, the Soapy Water has left dents all inside of the bead, so you'd have to go back and cover it again. And again, it's left a lot of excess up the side. Now moving on to the glass cleaner. This left a very nice clean bead. However, again, it left a mess up the side. So surprisingly, the bead is much cleaner on this one than on the straight nozzle test. But personally, I won't be using an angled nozzle again. As I said, it may just be me and my application method, but I prefer the straight nozzle. In terms of the strength of bead, I'd say they're all identical. But as for clean finishes, I think the straight nozzle wins. So based off of the test, I think personally I'll be going for the straight nozzle from now on. And I will now give the Soapy Water a chance, where before I didn't use it because I've had a few problems in the past. But all 3 methods seem to be pretty good. I've always found personally that just applying the silicone bead without the Soapy Water or the window cleaner can leave a lot of excess behind on the sides. It hasn't done on this one. I've had it before on uneven surfaces. So I prefer to use some form of liquid to help clean off the excess. As you can see here, a lot of excess still on there that the window cleaner didn't clean off. But the Soapy Water did a great job of cleaning off the sides. The bottom and the side are perfectly clean on this one. Will you be sticking with just the silicone profiling tool or one of the other liquids? Do you have a different method, or will you be using the angled nozzle? So let me know what your thoughts are on this test. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you'll be using from now on. Okay, on a separate part to this video, as I always say, please leave a comment down below. And with that, one of my subscribers asked a question of the orange Kramer Fugi tool and why it has the indentations on the side as opposed to the blue one, which doesn't have that. And I did answer, and I said that that was for the skid plates to go on the side to provide an even surface. I just want to demonstrate that so that you can see what I mean. If you're running across a surface without the skid plates, your silicone profiling tool will fall into the grout line here. What it does, it leaves you an uneven bead. So as you can see right there, there's a big dip in the silicone bead. Obviously if that was grouted, the silicone wouldn't have fallen all the way down, but there'd still be a dip because of the gap between the tiles. So now I'm going to show you what the skid plate does. Okay, so I've reapplied silicone sealant to the joint, and I'm now going to run across it with the skid plates on the Fugi tool. You have to use the correct side of the tool. This is the 8mm in the corner here with the skid plate on the side and bottom, and we're going to run that backwards across the bead, and that should smooth it out without a gap. Okay, so now as the tool passes by, it doesn't fall into the grout line, and therefore leaves a nice smooth bead of silicone across the joint. I hope that answered your question in regards to the orange silicone profiling tool. Thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel.